on the tees. I see 2 players with flashbangs, 1 with a smoke, and it looks like they're going to be boosting. This is pretty common if this is what it ends up being. You boost 1 or 2 players up, and then they send the rest towards A, and you try to pinch A from door, squeaky, and highway at the same time. They look like they will be boosting actually 3 players up, and they're going to immediately explode. It does look like they are going to come back towards A with this. So you see Vilga setting up here for a flashbang. She will pop flash out at main. Meanwhile, McLaren is able to take down Spelty. Mimi's going to take a challenge on Torka, who is down near the fence. And out at quad, we're going to see Seku is actually going to get dropped. Now it's down to a 2v3, but Vilga gets dropped to 2 HP. McLaren's going to take a challenge at the truck. Maybe didn't need to take that challenge, but she will go down to a headshot. And now it's a 3v2, where 2 of the players for Games4u have a total of 3 HP. We do see a kit onto Mitzi, as we see a flash come out from, beautiful flash come out from Vilga. Will she be able to make it work? She will be able to get a kill on Julia, and that flash saved her life. Vilga survives around with 2 HP, and the pistol for T side goes to Games4u, as the score is now 9-7. And we will see a force up. We'll see armor and pistols on 3 of the players for the CTs. We see a couple SMGs come out, a Tech 9 and 2 rifles for Games4u. So kind of a little bit of everything here. Just Juliana's going to flash into Squeaky Door to make sure there's no early aggression there. And she is bringing the Mac 10 heat over to the door. She clears the boost spot. She didn't spot anybody. I don't think she saw the player at forklift either. And Juliana is just going ape all over that door right now. She keeps kicking the door open and then just closing it so that she can kick it in again. She does not see any players at boost. Nobody's able to peek her from the forklift. And Mimi's going to take a couple shots there. Seems like they're letting their presence be felt here, scouting out the sites, just making sure there's no stacks that they can easily spot. So they're going to come back towards middle. And it looks like we're going to see them boost Juliana with the Mac 10 heat over mid. She does spot a player who's tucked to the left. That is Svelty, and Svelty will go down to the Mac 10. And now we see a couple players coming in. Saku's actually going to take down Juliana, but McLaren's with a quick response with the MP7. And now we're seeing one of the CTs, which is Mitsu, go down into Z. Meanwhile, Vilga's going to rush into the site, take down Torka with the Tech 9. And now we're left in a 4v1. A very good eco round so far for Games4u. Only losing 1 player, and that player only had a Mac 10, so not the biggest of losses. As I say that, Julia is going to be able to take down Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat, I believe, had the Galil. See if one of her teammates can save that. And Mimi's just 15 yards too short. So, 10-7 is now the score. So we see the first 2 rounds go of the T half, second half, go for Games4u. We will see a full save, nothing, 0 bought on the CTs this round. We see 5 USPs. Looks like we're seeing 4 of them stacked towards B. And Torka holding towards mid at the sandbag. And Kitty Cat playing a very, very good angle, far off, ranging against the pistols. Is going to be able to spot up the aggression at B. And looks like just about everybody's getting in the action. Juliana's going to take down 2 with the MP7. And that's going to be some good economy. Vilga's going to finish the round on a Julia with a Tech 9. And just like that, we're going into the first gun round. We will see a FAMAS on first gun round, which means Torka may have spent a little bit too much money. Take another quick look at the scoreboard here. You see just basically $0 left on almost every single CT this round. It's an important round for them to win. We'll see another eco likely come out next round. And we do see one of the Gleals gets held onto. Svelty's dealing a ton of damage through the mid-smoke onto Giuliano, who is now down to 16 HP. And we do see Sako posted here at B main with an op waiting for someone to cross. That smoke is not going to protect Kitty Cat here. Ooh, but Kitty Cat shoulder peeks it anyway and does not get tagged. And GoTV decided they didn't want us to see the epic conclusion to that battle. So meanwhile, Kitty Cat's actually going to cross over the big box. We just see it looks like a standard default. 1 person at the door, 1 person at B main, and that person at B main was Kitty Cat, and Kitty Cat is no longer with us in this round, so she goes down to Saku's op. Meanwhile, Vilga did spot Svelty at the big box, and she's got her op posted just waiting for the repeak. And there is another player there at mid supporting Svelty at the sandbags. So the CTs have 2 players at A, 2 players holding mid, and just the lone op at bomb site B right now. And bomb site B is where the bomb is being rotated. Couldn't tell 100% through the X-ray here, but yep, Saku's at the headshot rail with the AWP just posted up, waiting for somebody to cross. It's really common that this gets flashed, and that's exactly what we're going to see here. As the smokes come in, and no flash lands, Saku's been able to take down one. Saku's going to get another. Saku with the fourth, looking for the ace on the round, and will get the ace with a shot on a Vilga. Great hold by Saku, holding down bomb site B single-handedly that round. Huge round for the CTs to win. The score is now 11-8. Games4u still leading, and a big round from Saku to prevent her team from having to save again and to stay in this match, as that would have put 12 or 13 possibly rounds up for Games4u. It's a huge round coming out there from Saku. And we will see another buy. We don't see the off come out on any of the Ts. In this round, Saku has moved over to bomb site A and found herself at quad. She still has a player there in Torka supporting, so we're going to see early mid control coming out from Games4u. A couple smokes to help. Giuliano's going to be here, just kind of lurking, making some noise at B. The vent did get broken, but it doesn't look like this is a B split. This looks like the intention is to try to get up towards A. So you see 2 CTs now on bomb site B and 3 CTs holding bomb site A. So mid has been fully taken control of by Games4u as they're boosting players over towards highway to take a little bit of a different angle in their peak there. And now it looks like they might be drifting back a little bit towards the vent, and this may end up coming back towards bomb site B. As Saku's going to continue her reign of terror from the round prior, she takes the first kill of the round onto McLaren. No response coming out from the Ts, but they do know that the AWP has been moved. And the AWP that was at bomb site B last round is not at bomb site B this round. And bomb site B is where they're going to end up taking it. Mitsu's going to get the entry on a Kitty Cat. No response from her team there, as Mimi's going to go down as Felty. Felty will take down a second one in Vilga, and Giuliano will be the last team remaining. She goes down to Mitsu in the back of the site. Clean round coming out from the CTs there. Should see a save come out for Games4u. We're going to see that the guns stay strong on the CTs. 11-9 the scores. We're getting a little bit closer to seeing this get tied back up. And let's see what the Ts have in store for this eco round. We do see only Mimi with a Tech 9 and armor. Everybody else just P250s. And no smokes, no nades. So this might just be looking for a pick. And we see Giuliano's going to take a peek, spots one at the fence. CT is going to throw a molly in there, so the Ts were able to at least bait out a molly early in the round. So you still have about 1 minute and 10 seconds left here. Giuliano's inspecting her pistol, saying, yeah, I like this. I'm pretty sure that was a CLG sticker on there. Perhaps a fan of the Americans we have here in Giuliano. Yep, I can confirm that is a CLG sticker. But it's actually not hers, it's Mimi's, so I'm sorry, Giuliano. Mimi, secret fan of the American team. This Kitty Cat's trying to lurk up towards B main. She does get flashed, she's able to tuck and didn't get burned from the flames that were out there. And it looks like the T's are kind of grouping back up to explode on bomb site B. And unfortunately for them, there's a bunch of players here. We're going to see Mitsu take down one. Julia is going to take down two. Julia is looking for the third. She will be able to get the third. Vilgo is able to take down Mitsu, but now Mimi's the last woman standing. And she is down to 16 HP. Felty is going to come in from behind in the vents, take her down. Now 11-10 the score, and we should see a bye come out. This will be another full gun round for both teams. And we are 1 round away from a tie. Again, this is a best of 3 series. This is map number 1. And I forget what the other 2 maps are, but I will be able to check and let you guys know in just a second. So we will see this round go underway. So the slow start to the round coming out from the Ts. Throwing some nades over. And it looks like they're actually going to go out for delayed mid-control. Smoke at the big box, smoke towards sandbag. We're going to see a re-smoke towards the big box come out. Meanwhile, Saku was able to take down Vilga. And it looks like the Ts are going to challenge. McLaren's taking a challenge at the Z, but she will go down as Felty, and the Ts are thinking better of it. One of them in Giuliano is falling back to get the bomb, which is outside of A main. One of them is actually hiding at the big box middle, and we do see one kind of posted outside of B in the sunshine room, just lurking. And now we're left in a 5v3. And CTs don't really need to do too much here. They can sit and get some trades. They play the numbers game, and that's exactly what they do. Torka is going to go down to Giuliano, but Svelti from Z was able to peek out and respond immediately. CTs do know that that's where the bomb was. They should have been able to spot that. And now the 2 remaining Ts are in checker room. As we see, the name of this weapon is Spooderman TM87 Swag. Big fan of that gun name. As we're going to see the 2 remaining Ts trying to get their way onto the bomb site. The site is actually open for them to take, though. So at the very least, we should see a bomb plant come in here. And that's what we will see, as Mimi's going to get that bomb planted. Mitsu's still spamming through the smoke. And Mimi's going to get... to throw a flash. It's not going to be super effective, but she's just trying to delay a little bit. The Molotov's going to flush her out, so she's going to have to move here in a second. She will take a challenge, but Sakura's going to hit the shot. Meanwhile, Mitsu takes down Kitty Cat. 4 players for the CTs remaining, and that is another round in favor of Melty. So we do see this match get tied up. The maps, as I mentioned, I would find out for you. I have that here somewhere, I promise. Cash, Mirage, and Dust 2 as the decider. So we'll see another buy come out. We take a quick look at the scoreboard. You see the CT economy is really starting to build. A couple of these rounds, there's only been 1 or no players dropped on the CT side. So minimal rebuys coming out. And we're going to see 2 Galils out. We're going to see just a handful of grenades. Smokes on every player, but only flashes on 2. And this does look like a set execute coming out. I am going to show you the view. See the firework trails of the smokes. It's actually going to be a fake. So they're going to throw those, and then they're going to challenge middle. McLaren's able to take down Julia, but Svelty responds on her, and we're seeing knife out as the Ts are running towards bomb site B. This fake has actually worked exceptionally well. As you see, there's 3 CTs that are still rotating because they were at bomb site A. Meanwhile, Saku's here with it all posted on the other side of the smoke. We will see another bomb plant come in, which is good news for the economy of the Ts. Excuse me, economies of the Ts at the very least. And we're going to see, who was that? Vilga's going to take a challenge right into the main area of CT, not knowing she had a player behind her. She almost was able to take down 1. Kitty Cat's now the last 2 remaining. She takes down 1, takes down 2, takes down 3. And will not be able to win a very nice 1v4. But she is able to do a little bit of economic damage, and we do see what looks like a timeout come out. Mitsu was able to finish that round as the last player in that 1v4. Gets to defuse. Melty now has a lead, and a timeout again coming out, being called there by Giuliano. So, with that timeout, I'm going to shift my attention over to Twitch chat, which is usually where you find incredibly intelligent things that make perfect sense. Nightbot looks like it was going off on somebody there. I love this caster. This caster loves you. You should be coach. You're a master guardian. Back in. I believe in you. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Back in 99. And we should be able to see a buy come out because of that bomb plant. So the bomb plant is huge. We are on max bonus, $3,400 for that 5th straight loss, plus the $800 every player gets. Means a $4,200 bonus, and we do see everybody's in that range. This is usually a range of dollars where people will buy up AKs, armor, and you usually can afford a grenade or 2. I don't have that information, V8 Power. I'm not super familiar with either team. I've actually cast Games4u matches before, but I just don't know what all the player roles are, especially the ones that you don't really see, like IGL. We will see the end of the timeout come out from Giuliano. So it looks like they took about a minute or 2, talk things over, figure out what they wanted to do, and we are going back live. Melty is now up 12-11 on map 1 here. Again, I believe it was Mirage that is second map, and the decider, if necessary, would be Dust 2, which we hope that it is, because we always like to see 3 maps in a best-of-3 series. And we're going to see the mid control smokes again. So this has worked. Every time Games4u has tried to get control of middle, they've been able to do it successfully. They usually get 1 and then get traded, and we're going to see basically that exact same thing happened, and now it's down to a 4v4. They have full control of middle, and it looks like there might be another challenge coming out at mid, where Svelte's got 2 players on the other side of this box. McLaren's going to boost up her teammate, but Svelte's sitting there waiting for it, and she'll get a response from McLaren, but Torka's already rotated to Z, and they're just going to trade frag for frag, and this is going to come out in favor of the CTs, excuse me. And now Julia is being asked to hold bomb site B by herself, and she will get the early entry on the kitty cat. Now Vilga is the lone survivor in a 1v3. And I'm not sure what was discussed during that timeout. This kind of looked like what we've seen a lot so far in this half, where Games4u gets control over middle, and they usually get a kill or 2 and get responded on. It ends up usually being 3v3, and it seems like in those late round situations they favor this bomb site B. I don't know why GO.TV's putting us on the only player not in the middle of the action right now. It seems like they've been able to get some bomb plants at bomb site B, but they haven't been able to hold them. And so I don't know what the plan was coming in. We see that flash should work, be able to turn Julia away. Another plant here could come out for Vilga, although she already has a CT getting close. And the flames are not going to spread to her, but that grenade does do a lot of damage. She gets the plant, Melty's going to take her down. Excuse me, Julia's is going to take her down. And Melty will now be up 13 to 11. And in case you're not watching Twitch chat, we're being told Svelte is the in-game leader for Melty. That's just fun to say. Because the bomb was planted that round, we see another buy come out. So the T's will be able to buy. At the very least, they can force up every round, but the extra $800 per player that bomb plant can make a world of difference because it allows you to get a helmet. It also allows you to have grenades. And we're going to see Mimi's going to be able to spot Mitsu on the outer side of that smoke and is not immediately traded. So again, mid control coming out early for Games4u here, and they do get an early pick, and they don't lose a player. So this is looking good for them early in this round. Little do they know there is a CT on the other side of that box. I think it was Torka, not 100%. So if one of the teammates for Mimi could throw a flash over here, Mimi would be able to get a really good take a really good challenge here, as we will see 3 players there now in the bomb site A area as Mimi's able to take Torka. Torka looked like she was trying to get into the Z and gets taken down beforehand. And we're going to see another challenge. Julia is going to take down Mimi from Z. And actually, we saw all the CTs were up in this direction, and unfortunately for Games4u, that's exactly where they're heading. McLaren's going to be able to take down Julia's. Saku with the ops going to take down Kitty Cat. And Vilga went for the trade, not knowing that both CTs were actually here. So McLaren, I don't think they know that she's here. Ooh, she's able to spot down one. McLaren in a 1v2 is not going to be able to take down Svelte. Svelte, with an early rotate to bomb site A, made all the difference in that round. And we're going to see that's another couple close rounds we've had here so far, the last 3 or 4. But Melty holding strong on the CT side. Once they were able to buy guns, they've been on complete lockdowns. We take another look here. Saw the pistol and 2 eco rounds, and then since then it's just been all Melty. 14-11 is now the score. And we will see a force buy come up. We see 2 Galils and on 2 players and a Tech 9 on 1. It looks like they're grouping up to go towards A, maybe at a little bit quicker pace than they have been. And we're going to see some smokes rain out from inside A main. We're going to see Torka's actually going to molly the bomb site. She's going to take a challenge. And Juliana with the Tech 9 says, I have a Tech 9, so that means I win. And Mimi's going to be able to take down Svelte. So just like that, 2 quick entries into bomb site A. Now it's a... It was a 3v5 retake, but another player was able to get dropped there for this on the CT side, and now it's a 2v4 as Vilga's going to take down Mitsu, but Juliana is like, sorry, Vilga. And Julia takes down Mimi. Now it's a 1v3. So it's a good looking round for Games4u. Julia might want to save, but besides otherwise, throws a grenade. Juliana is going to take her down at the truck. It's a good looking round for Games4u, but it's important, incredibly important that they win this round. So we take a quick look at the scoreboard here, and you'll see that there is not a lot of economy on the T's, and this will get reset here. This will get reset. The economy does get reset if they lose. this round after having just won that one. But Juliana's going to take an early fight on his Felties. Felties going to come out on top of that one. Saku, in the meantime, was able to take down Vilga. And it's now a very quick 3v5, just 20 seconds into the round. This is not good if you're a Games4u fan. And Julia up on the top of the box is actually going to go down to Kitty Cat. And then another player also on top of the box in Mitsu. That is just an uncomfortable angle to shoot at. There's basically no way to win 2 of those battles in a row because you don't expect one player to be there, and you certainly don't expect the second one to be jumping up right next to him. And it's now a 2v4, so a little unfortunate for Kitty Cat there. She was able to take down 1. And we see it looks like Mimi's going to boost McLaren over the box here. Look, she might just look to see if she can take a challenge just to bring the score back a little bit. Meanwhile, who is the CT? We have a CT on the flank, and this is Mitsu. This could be huge. This could win the round, and it probably will because Mimi will go down. Mitsu now has full bomb control. Meanwhile, Svelty takes down McLaren, and that is going to be that. 15-12. We're going to see a very low buy coming out for the T's here. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. See 26, 24, 21 on the top braggers coming out for Melty. It's a pretty strong performance being put out for 3 of their players there. And Giuliano's going to run right into the barrel of Svelty, who gets that kill while pretty much entirely blind. This does look like we're going to see the A execute that was just run, where the smokes, instead of going over the top outside of A, they're coming from inside of A main. It allows a little bit quicker execute. And the smokes will land. We're going to see some mollies being thrown into the site. I don't know if they spotted the feet of Seiko as she went up that ladder, but the CT here on the other edge of the smoke, Torka's just going to have a feast here in a second. There's the first kill. Bomb goes down, and McLaren's going to take down 1. Saku's going to take down McLaren, but Vilga actually takes Torka down, and now it's all on the shoulders of Vilga with a Tech 9. Bomb is planted, and she's left in a 1v3. That Molly's going to force her out to the left. Svelty's going to be able to take her down. The fuse will come in. GG's are called. 16-12 will be the score. Melty take map 1. Which, again, this is a best of 3, and the next map I'm being told is Mirage. So we will see if Games4u can respond. Ooh, a Chroma 2 case. And the next match will start in a minute. So I will shift back over to Twitch chat. We should have a minute or so between this map and the next. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. No, I do not V8 Power. I do not know who picked which map. Sarah San, stop throwing. Vilga didn't want to throw. It was an unintentional throw that she got a team kill there. That case, you can tell. You know, I didn't want to reveal the secret to you guys. You could tell there's a knife in this case because if you look over here really closely, it's a knife right there. I don't know if you can see this. You have to zoom in a lot. Right there, it's a knife. And if you notice on the top half of this thing, right, this little symbol. If you look at the top, just the top half, there's 1, 2, 3 spikes, which means Half-Life 3 confirmed. All right, countdown has ended, and then another countdown started, and then loading Dust 2. Okay, so there's a chance Dust 2 is actually the second map with Mirage as the decider. And I am going to have to reconnect, it looks. So give me 1 second. I'm going to play some ads because everybody loves to see those. was able to reconnect to the Go TV, but unfortunately the map had not completed its change. So we will wait and see what occurs here. And I am going to mute out my mic just 1 second. I might put on some of the Monster Cat kind of hold music so we wait to see what happens with this map change. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few short moments, I hope. And I will be right back. Bot Quinn just doing massive damage with the UMP. Looks like we see most of the players joining, not all of them, as I'm pretty certain that Dan, Dave, Reed, and Quinn are not playing on Team Melty in this match, so we'll go ahead and mute back out for another minute. It does look like Mirage is the second map of this best of 3, and we should be going live in just a couple minutes. Alright, jumping right back in it here. I believe this is knife round, so we will see a knifer side. Unfortunately, Bot Quinn will not be playing in this match. Sometimes this is more fun to watch like this. Alright, Games4u, showing they stab well. And I assume they'll be taking CT side here. Make sure that's what they said. Does appear to be the case. Can we start? Yes. There's the coaching system in place. Fierce is now coaching the CTs. And Sephi's now coaching the Ts. Really happy to see that. We'll be live. We'll be live in Pistol Round. This is map 2 of a BO3, as Melty was able to win 16-12 on cash. So Melty is up 1-0 in the series. And it looks like we're going to see it's kind of a standard 2-1-2 setup. The two CTs are playing near spawn at the ticket booth. This is really common if you expect those types of smokes to come over. And then a force plant towards A. You're playing for retake here. As Torka's trying to sell this fake. I think the CTs probably know what's coming though. And Kitty Cat holding at the fence near the bench is able to take down the first kill. They do know the bomb is now at B. Svelty was able to take down Kitty Cat in response. Julia's is planning the bomb for Catwalk, and that is exactly where McLaren is coming from. So they at least have, the CTs at least have control of that part of the map. We do see one kit, and that kit is held on Velga. And Svelty playing really close to the smoke here. Is not going to be able to take Velga down. Velga hitting her with the crouch spam. McLaren, meanwhile, takes down Torka. Julia has been found here at the van and gets dropped. Mitsu is now trying desperately to defend that and using the Tech 9. Will she peek? Left in a 1v1 against McLaren. Mitsu will peek, and Mitsu gets the first round, coming off the back of a 4K of Mitsu. Sometimes the Tech 9 is just too easy. I kind of feel like if you were to put that Tech 9 in the hands of Bot Quinn, you could just unleash all kinds of wreckage. First round going in the way of Melty, 1-0, and we will see a scout being picked up by McLaren. We do see armor, helmet, and pistols on 3 of the players. Vilga looks like she's saving for an op, so she is just on USP. 4 of the CTs are now pushing up middle with one of them. I'm assuming it's McLaren with the scout in the window. She's holding here. We'll see a flash come over. It's a nice flash from the T's, but McLaren says, I don't care about your flashbang. I have a scout, and I want to hit you in the head with it. So she will do so. Kitty Cat, meanwhile, takes down Svelty. Julia takes down Mimi. Giuliano takes down Julia. Torka's going to respond to Giuliano. McLaren with another scout kill on Amitsu, and just like that, it's a 3v1. Bomb is down at the top of middle. Torka is the only T for Melty remaining. She has a Galil and a Dream. Torka's looking like she's working back. She's holding shift. She will get spotted. Kitty Cat make that call. And you do see the CTs coming running over. I don't know if Torka was able to see her. And the fire's going to come out to try to flush them out, but she's going to take a 2v1 challenge there. And Torka will get a kill on the Kitty Cat, and McLaren with the scout is going to finish the round with 3 kills. Great round coming out for her. And Games4u wins the eco round, ties the score at 1-1. We will see 4 players for Melty have armored. This is kind of the new meta of the game. You see a lot of force buying in the first 3 to 5 rounds, even if ecos and stuff get traded back and forth. It looks like we're going to see a quick push onto this bomb site here, bomb site A, and Svelty's actually going to get the opening frag onto Mimi. McLaren's going to finally respond, bring it back to a 4v4. A lot of damage has been taken by the T's. Bomb has already been planted, but we're going to see a couple kills go down for Games4u. Julia's taken down McLaren's the only one that went in the favor of the T's. It's now a 3v2. Giuliano's going to take down Mitsu. Gets dropped, and just like that, it's a 1v2, but it won't matter. Pretty good eco round coming out from Melty. They'll probably be happy with that. Took down 3 kills. They were able to get the bomb planted. Pretty solid start here. We saw a good pistol round with a 4K to kind of win it. We saw an eco round that followed. We saw a good eco round for Melty after losing their anti-eco round prior, getting 3 kills and a bomb plant. We just had somebody disconnect from the game, assuming that's one of the people, maybe as an admin that was in the server there. So we're going to see just a couple nades come out from Melty this round. Window will be smoked, connector will be smoked, but Giuliano is standing above the smoke. 1, 2, 3 kills just like that, and now it's a 2v5. And Giuliano could probably reload here, switch back to M4, and get another reload, see if she can pursue the ace. She does know where Mitsu is. Mitsu is doing a lot of damage to McLaren. McLaren hitting him with the grandpa slide. I guess more appropriately the grandma slide is able to take her down without being dropped, but she's left on 1 HP. Giuliano finishes, gets the 4K of the round. Should see first full buy from both teams come out here. 3-1 now the score for Games4u. So we do see an AWP up on Vilga. We do not see an AWP coming out from the T's, but it does look like they're immediately setting up for an executed A. And smokes are going to rain over at 1:35. They're going to be smoke walling basically that whole connector jungle area. The problem is one of the CTs. Why, GO.TV, are you doing these things? The problem is one of the CTs already got to the triple box. That looks like it's Giuliano. And so we will see a plant here. They could probably spot this out. Smokes are starting to fade. And Mimi will take down Svelty, but not before the bomb goes down. So Mitsu responds on her. Seku's going to take down Giuliano, and now it's a 3v4 retake. That grenade's going to even it up. Saka's going to take down Vilga, but McLaren with a quick reply. Now it's a 2v2. 2v1 as McLaren takes down Mitsu. Now Maui's going to do some good work. Kitty Cat's going to take down Torka. Kitty Cat left with 1 HP. He's able to defuse the bomb. And we will see 4-1 now the score for Melty. The problem with running that execute with just literally 8 seconds into the round, what happens a lot of times, especially at bomb site A, you usually have a player here, sometimes one close, and you either have the window player who either goes jungle at the start to pick ramp and then kind of fades away, or they come here, then they come here about 10 seconds in the round. So if you wait, you sometimes can bait out this smoke at the ramp, then you have a little bit of a cleaner execute. And it actually ended up working out for them. They were able to get the bomb planted, but it was so late, and when those smokes were there, they weren't able to hold this site. As we see, Vilga is now with the AWP at Palace. Torka just on the other side of this wall. I don't think they know that each other are here. So this could be a good entry into the round. So we flipped over to Vilga's view. Vilga's going to take a shot because she saw the flashbang of a T hanging off his belt there. That's what you do when you're a terrorist. You put flashbangs on your belt. Svelty will take down Giuliano meanwhile, and it's an early advantage for Team Melty. You see, mid control has been given up or taken, depending on your point of view, by Melty. We see almost all their players, except for the one that we know already is in Palace. They're walking up catwalk. This could be a split in either direction, but it does look like right now they're probably going towards B. Torka is going to step out at the right time and blindside Vilga, and we do see some activity occurring near catwalk as Mimi's going to go down after taking one of her own. Kitty Cat, meanwhile, in the window room is going to take a challenge against Svelty and lose, and McLaren's going to get taken down by Saku. So 4 T's survived that round, which is a good recovery on that second gun round. 4-2 now the score in favor of Games4u. And we're going to see a double AWP setup come out on the CT side. Saku does have an AWP on the T side now. And let's see where they are bringing those. So who do we have? Vilga and Giuliano. So Vilga is window and Giuliano is connector. So they're both going to be peeking middle with the AWPs. I don't know if Saku realized that that second shot came from the connector. And Giuliano's actually going to rotate it off. She is posted for this. There's just slightly delayed in that shot. Timing not quite there for Giuliano. And McLaren was lagged, it looked like, as she drops down to 16 HP, excuse me. And is going to think better of it and run away at bomb site B. So Vilga is posted in the window still. That smoke will kind of kill her visibility over to catwalk. Let's take a quick look at the overlay here. We do see that there's a lot of aggression at middle. Svelty is actually going to go up the connector and take a challenge and is going to win it against Vilga, dropping one of the AWPs. Actually kills both of the AWPs as Giuliano and Vilga go down. Saku with an AWP pick on a Kitty Cat, and Mimi's going to get a kill on his Svelty finally. McLaren with only 16 HP is able to take down Julia and actually has the bomb. So this is a 2v2. The bomb is down in the window. I don't know if Mimi realized that because if McLaren realized that because she immediately ran away from that bomb. And the T's have been able to recover it. So very low HP on the 2 remaining CTs. But they're both in the right spots. This is going to come out towards bomb site A. And there's kind of an extended crossfire here between Palace and CT. And McLaren's actually, that's a really, really important. She didn't get the kill, but she did do a lot of damage with that headshot. And the bomb is going to get taken down. So Mimi's going to get the kill. And Mimi just won the round because all she needs to do is run away. Beautifully played by Mimi. Very, very heads-up play. Gets the kill on the planner with just 5 seconds left. And there's nothing Saku can do if the time expires on the round. So beautifully done. A very nice recovery late round there for Games4u. And they go up 5-2 in the first half of map 2. Again, if you're just tuning in, we did see Melty was able to take a win on Cash 16-12. Their CT side was on absolute lockdown from the time they got guns all the way through the end of the map. So there's a good chance we'll see something similar from them on Mirage. Mirage is one of those maps that could be a 10-5, could be 9-6, occasionally an 8-7, depending on how good a team's T side is, but I would say 5 is going to be your minimum. It's what you'd feel comfortable with if you're on the T side of this map. We're going to see a little bit of damage come out. Juliano's going to get a kill. I see 2 pistols on the CTs that I didn't notice that before. I'm actually going to be able to get a kill with one. I don't know if they read that this was going to be a save or not. Svilga's going to take down one. Flashbang had Svelty and Julia's blind in middle. Juliano's going to finish the round getting a kill on a Mitsu. I don't know if the CTs had read that as a save, but we didn't see a save come out that round from the Ts. We did see a buy on that, so fortunate for Games4u that despite buying 2 pistols and a FAMAS, they were able to win the round fairly convincingly. Economy on both teams still fairly low. So 1 round in either direction could force an eco and sway this to 2 or 3 round wins for a team. Looks like we're going to see Melty now setting up outside of bomb site A for a smoke execute. So we're going to go ahead and pan out, see where the smokes land. One of them, this smoke definitely missed. So there's going to be a smoke missing. It's probably the one for mid site if I had to guess. And we're going to see 2 CTs behind the triple box here. Torka's going to go for the real quick ninja plant, and is actually going to be able to get it. Meanwhile, Mimi's cleaning up on frags on the bomb site. So the bomb gets planted, and Mitsu and Torka, the last 2 remaining, they will go down. Fuse will come in fairly safely. Yeah, that's. I'm assuming the smoke. I saw a smoke bounce off this wall and land right here. That's generally not what you want. It was probably meant to either go here and land here, or maybe land back at CT. But regardless, the plant came in, and it came in an area that wasn't smoked. That probably should have been right here. It's a good bomb plant coming out that round. Not a lot of kills, but the economy is helped tremendously by the $800 per player bonus. We're going to see another force. We see a Galil and a Tech 9, and the rest are AKs. But we do see a fairly healthy amount of grenades on the Ts. And it does look like we're going to see early aggression here at A. Mimi's going to take Torka's head off, and then immediately take Svelty's head off, switch to an AK to look to do more damage, but she will go down. Actually, no, she will not go. She finally goes down to Mitsu, as Saku actually took down Juliano. So just like that, 2 quick entries into the site get traded. It's back to a 3v3 now. And we do see some mollies occurring. We see with CT at the bench, and McLaren on the stairs is able to get one with the AWP. And Vilga will go down, but McLaren was able to get another one, and McLaren left in a 1v1. Saku with a very quick 1v2 gets a spray down, very nice recoil control and transfer. 1 player in the connector to another player on the stairs, and is able to win that round for Melty. Very fast round. The pace on that was super quick. Very nicely done. We'll see another buy come out, but because of all the players that died for the T's that round, we see a bunch of Galils. So we see 3 Galils and AKs. Vilga's going to put some early pressure on underpass, and she's just going right up the stairs. So Mitsu is actually sitting here waiting on this, but it doesn't matter. Vilga's going to take her down, but she gets traded out pretty quickly. And meanwhile, Saku had found a pick somewhere else on the map with that op. And just like that, the bomb site B has now been given. McLaren sitting in the window with an op is going to get flashed off. Juliano is going to be able to spot one. Juliano gets a very nice headshot on the player at the bench. And 3v3, we've got 2 people late to the bomb site here. One of them is Torka, the other is Mimi. And Mimi says, I'm going to take this win. Drops Torka. Juliano, meanwhile, takes down Svelty, and Julia's left in a 1v3 now. And she goes down quickly to Juliano. So huge round for Juliano there, retaking the bomb site from Catwalk with a very quick entry kill, and then 2 late on the retake kills. Finished with a 3k in the round. We're going to see... Are they going to pick up the op? Nope, they're going to leave the op there. So we're not going to see the double op setup come back. It looks like we're going to see the op tossed to Vilga, which is where I believe it belongs for Games4u as their primary op. And Melty will be on another save. So 8-3 now the score. Melty's decent half. Would probably prefer to have 1 or 2 more rounds. Some of these rounds are getting pretty chaotic late in the round, especially when it comes to post-plant. We see this Vilga's going to get smoked off at the window room, and we're going to see the T's running up middle, and they're just going to fly into the connector. So they did get spotted by Juliano. She goes down, however, but she lays some fire at their feet. Mimi's going to take down one. Vilga with an op is going to take down Svelty. McLaren gets Saku. We see Mitsu's kind of trapped, and the bomb is lost in the connector. And I don't know if Vilga does not know that Julia's here, so Julia's going to drop that off. She's going to be able to pick it up, and is left in a 1v3. She's going to take the first kill, and this is actually That grenade is beautiful. Kobe up in chat. That grenade literally landed on her face. She goes down. They did not recover the AWP, however. But Games4u is able to take their 9th round. 9-3 is now the scoreline. See another buy come out. So because there was no plant that round, they're on 2,400 bonus for the round that's starting now. If they don't win this round with no plant, they'll be at 29. We see Giuliano. I love that grenade. When you think a team is setting up, you throw the grenade over the top, and it's actually what they were doing. I don't think the grenade landed. And Mimi is sitting here on the other side of the smoke, and 2 of the T's have already run past her. And Mimi's going to have a feast this round. She's going to be able to take down Saka, who was AWPing, was able to get a kill. Mimi's going to get another one. They still have no idea where she is. And I think maybe now Mitsu figured it out. So Mimi's actually going to run all the way around, probably back towards Palace. And it's a 4v3 with a very weird situation because they don't have control of the ramp. They have control of Palace, but they don't really know for certain where Mimi is at. McLaren's going to throw a flash over, and they're going to peek. Torka's going to tap the bomb out. But and actually fake the plant, but Kitty Cat peeked on the fake. Mimi's going to get a third of the round, and Mimi just went full ninja mode in the NiP tournament here for the females and was able to secure that round for Games4u. Very nicely played. And just like that, 10-3, and this half is now going a little bit sideways for Team Melty. We did see them lock down their CT side of Cash. They're going to have an equally impressive CT side, it appears, on Mirage to avoid going to map 3. So on this Eco round, we're going to see them. They will be rushing bomb site B. We're going to see, looks like 2 smokes coming over the top. One player is going to jump down and get taken down. 3 kills really quickly coming out for Kitty Cat. Gets the 4th with the flames. Not going to be able to get the ace. Mitsu's going to ruin her dreams there. And McLaren will respond. So very, very quick round. 25 seconds. Thank you, Val, for that little notice. And we are in the last round of the half. 11-3 now the score. We will see a full buy come out this last round for Team Melty. And a 4th round could be absolutely massive. It looks like the McLaren's going to leave an AWP in CT spawn. I actually love it when teams do that. If you've got the extra money, you can drop some spare guns in CT. And on a map like this, it's really common to see the rotations come through CT. So you can switch guns if it feels appropriate on the retake situation. We do see some smokes coming out. We're going to see one that landed in the window. This one's probably going to land near jungle to cut off visibility from connector. Usually when you see these, it's going to be a split towards B. And you throw that second smoke deep here, because if you throw this one, people can do what Juliana did before. They can just sit here and stare over the top of it. So we do see mid control from Melty. CTs are very, very willing to give that up. We've seen them give up mid control several times already this half, and unfortunately for Melty, they haven't really been able to do too much with it. We see Voga's going to rotate out of the window. We see that in the X-ray there. And Svelty's actually going to run up connector. Svelty's been able to do a lot of damage in that connector. They just haven't been able to transition them into some round wins. And this is awkward. Torka and Mimi are staring at each other through the opposite ends of the smoke. And I'm sorry, I have to spectate this body. He's hanging. The leg is hanging through the wood as Giuliano takes down Torka, who is in Palace. Svelty's going to get the kill in response. Svelty had just pushed up the connector. It's now 4v3, so this is a decent situation. Very, very late in the rounds. 20 seconds left. McLaren's going to take down Julia. And Vilga's going to miss the AWP shot in this Svelty, so we should see a bomb plant come in here. Just about 15 seconds left in the round. And we do. It's 2v3 retake. And Mitsu is... Oh, Mitsu's going to get a huge kill on the Kitty Cat there. Not be able to finish the job on McLaren. McLaren with 19 HP is left in a 1v1 against Svelty. Svelty has a grenade. And so that fire is going to be thrown in her general direction. Svelty will finish the round. So a very, very important 4th round win coming out for Melty there. 11-4 will be the halftime score, and we'll go ahead and pull up the scoreboard here. Make sure we didn't lag out. We look okay. You can see the rounds for the CTs and for the Ts were very, very distanced from each other. They weren't able to really string anything together. No consecutive rounds there. There was really nothing that they were able to do other than take a round, get a plant, defend it well, lost the next couple, and then they kind of repeated. They did have a couple really close rounds. There wasn't anybody that really stood out in terms of just fragging super hard for Team Melty. This last round here could be absolutely huge, and obviously, goes without saying, pistol round is important. But when you only have 4 rounds in your first half, it's even more important to win. So we'll see what we're going to have coming out of Melty this round. We do see a CZ on Saku with a smoke and a kit on Torka, and a smoke on Julia with a 5-7. So there's actually only one CT with armor. It's a little bit rare to see that. And it looks like Torka, similar setup. This is actually a very similar setup to what we saw at Games4u on their CT pistol, where you have 2 players at CT spawn playing for retake, and it's very similar in the T side strat we're going to see at Games4u. They threw a smoke, and they have one player faking up the ramp, and then it looks like they're going to run B. So Svelty's going to be the first one to see some action, takes a ton of damage, and this is a very nice bait setup here. But unfortunately, Julia's is not going to be able to make it work. Saku's going to respond with a kill from the window, but two of her comrades have already gone down, and it's now 3v4. Bomb will be planted, and we're going to be looking at a 3v4 retake. Torka looked like she jumped out, so we might see a flank coming up from Catwalk, but I think one of the T's is there waiting on it, and it is Vilga who is sitting there waiting on it. Saku's going to jump out of the window and hold mouse 1, but she's left with only 3 bullets in the CZ. This does not look like it will work. And there is no kit. Saku with 3 bullets is not going to be able to win the round, and 12-4 is the score. Excuse me 1 second. I have to go ahead and sign off with Steam. Thank you. Apologize for that. 12-4 is the score now. We'll see some SMGs come out. We are going to see a force up. We see armor, kits, and pistols on a bunch of the CTs. We see SMGs on 2. Just a pistol on Vilga. She will be saving for op, but we see 2 AKs on me, an AK on Mimi and an AK on Giuliano. I'm going to see a quick flash to make sure there's no mid-aggression. Like what they're doing here, it's important to note that you generally want to have that pistol as the person scouting. Not scouting meaning going out making sure there's not a stack. As we saw on the eco round for Games4u, if you guys remember, they had 4 players here. And what you don't want to do is send 2 AKs out into 4 people and lose the AKs early. So they did a smart thing there in sending Vilga with just a pistol. So make sure there's nothing crazy going on in the middle. And they seem to be doing this fairly well. They're just very pragmatically clearing out different areas of the site. But Torka is going to be able to take down McLaren. There's a gap in the smoke that I don't think they saw. Saku was able to pull McLaren's attention, and as she turned her back, she ended up getting killed from somebody in connector. So pretty slow eco round. Looks like they're going to be grouping back up to go to B. Julia's is here at the fence, and it looks like who's that? Svelty is in the spot. This spot here. A lot of people call this get right. Kitty Cat's going to jump out. He's not going to be able to take down Svelty. Svelty with the CZ is going to get the kill here. 3v5. This is a very good looking eco round so far. And as I say that, Giuliano and Mimi are going to get 2 kills, a kill each. And it's now 2v2. Bomb has been dropped, and there is 1 player flanking. I don't know if they know this. Oh, can Saku hit this shot? Yes, Saku can. Saku can. And this is very similar to what we saw on the other half. And unfortunately, okay, so Vilga will go down. I believe that was before the time expired, which is really important. But just like we saw on the other side, lose pistol, win eco round. So Melty keeping the dream alive with that eco. A little bit slow for Games4u. They did a good job of clearing out one area of the map, but it seemed like they really struggled with only a handful of players left to clear out bomb site B. And that bomb would probably not have been able to go down. So I think there was 5 seconds when that player got killed. So we did see that time expire on the bomb plant. In favor of Games4u, we saw that almost haunt them there. But again, they lost on elimination, they didn't lose on time expiration. There's a big difference there when it comes to the economy. And it looks like they're going to set up. They did force up here. We see, despite Glock on Kitty Cat, we do see everybody that has armor. Several have helmets as well. We do see 1 Galil out on Vilga. And that was a Molly that just popped in midair. We see smokes at jungle, smokes on stairs, smokes on CT. We should be able to see a pretty safe plant here. But I bet you there's a gap in that smoke. And yep, Svelty's going to punish 1. Not going to be able to punish the other. So no kills come out for the Games4u that round, but they did get the bomb down. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. We're going to probably see a save. I don't think we'll see Galils or a force up of any kind from Games4u on this round. See if they have another strat where they can get the bomb planted. And the economy for the CTs isn't terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And we do see a FAMAS, an MP7, and a Galil, and an AK. and an op. This is a very strange looking iconography for the CTs. You don't see a single M4. You see a Galil, you see an AK, you see an MP7, and then a FAMAS. It's pretty interesting to see, but we're going to see quick action here. Games4u is going to go full speed towards bomb site B. They're actually going to be able to get 2 kills and trades, very quick responses, but Saku is going to be able to get a kill on a very fast rotate. The kitchen, Giuliano is going to say, look at this peek, take down Saku, who is in the kitchen doorway, and she goes down to a headshot. Giuliano very nicely done with that AK. It's a very, very clean peek, too. It's a crouch peek, and on an angle that's a little bit rough to hit the shot as a rifler. Vilga is going to plant the bomb and stay in the site with her pistol. Mitsu's actually on the flank here, and I don't know if Giuliano knows. Yep, Giuliano knows it now, but she will not be able to do anything about it. Mitsu's going to get the kill. And Vilga is actually going to be able to do 2-shot kill on the Torka. And very low HP is Mitsu. Only one of those shots needed to land, but none of them did. The aim punch is too strong. And a very nice eco round. 4 kills on the round. A very, very good chance. Very, very good chance to win the round. Unfortunately, the shots didn't land. But 4 kills and a bomb plant on an eco round where the investment was minimal. Very nicely done. Games4u should be pretty happy with that. We will see the first full gun round for both teams come out. And it looks like... So what we saw at Games4u on Cash, they really love to get mid control. I wonder if they're going to play similarly on Mirage. And Kitty Cat's actually put some early aggression at B. She's able to spot somebody and is able to kind of bait out a molly just 15 seconds into the rounds. Claren has, from underpass, is going to be smoking up the connector. That's a good smoke. It smokes deep towards the top of connector. See a flash come from Cat. And McLaren's going to be able to take down Saku. They did not know she was there. McLaren, if she would have hit that shot, I would have left the server. She took a jumping AK shot at the player on catwalk, threw an A to force them back. And it looks like this might be a split towards A, as we see one of the players is here. Nope, Mimi's going to get spotted. And will eventually go down. We do see, is it still McLaren who's lurking very close? Vilga's going to get a pick, meanwhile, at the window room on one of the CTs that had rotated. And McLaren, who was lurking connector, eventually goes down to Mitsu. So now it looks like the T's are going to bring the bomb. Yep, they ran the bomb all the way back through T spawn stairs up into the halls at bomb site B. Julia in a good spot here, which is a great information gathering spot. He's actually going to stay there, and Giuliano's going to punish her for it. So now it's a 2v3. The bomb should be going down. Vilga definitely saw the cross here, so they should know one is already in kitchen. Giuliano's going to take down one. Vilga's going to take down the other. Clean round for Games4u. 13-7 is now the score. And McLaren did a great job that round of getting underpass quickly but quietly, because Saku with the op has been doing a lot of damage and definitely did not hear. I'm pretty sure I just heard a taser, which is awesome. Definitely didn't hear that McLaren was underneath, and that's a pretty easy kill. The op is zoomed in at the top of middle for you to, as a player, to go through there underneath and just hit a quick headshot when they're scoped over your head. So this is going to be an interesting buy coming out for the CTs. We see 2 M4A1Ss, we see 2 CZs, and a 5.7. 4 of the 5 players with armor. We see a bunch of flashes and a couple smokes. I don't know if there's a plan here, maybe to flash peek something early, try to get a kill, maybe take a gun for a teammate. But the T's have mid control again. McLaren coming from underpass, Vilga with the op up top, and Giuliano supporting. Going to smoke out the window. Svelty is really close here. Giuliano's going to clear the ladder room, but did not clear behind the big box. Oh, Svelty's going to run into a player, so now they definitely know they're there. Vilga's going to get dinked, but it's not going to be 100 damage with the CZ. And meanwhile, Julia just got barbecued on the platform. Kitty Cat's going to add on to that barbecue kill with an AK kill on a Saku. Juliana, who is now in the window room from Catwalk, is able to take down the last 2 players. 14-7, now the score for Games4u, and just 2 rounds away from forcing that 3rd map. And because of that weird buy that we just saw, the CTs, they're actually very low in the economy again, and now they're going to be buying CZs, 5.7. I definitely see a taser on Julia, which she just fired. Julia, you're ruining my dreams. I want to see a taser kill. And we see a FAMAS and a scout on the other 2 players. The economy for the T's is probably pretty strong right now. They've had a bunch of rounds, 2 rounds. I felt like it's been more than that, but I guess 12 is what they had. Had 3 players in 1 round, 5 players in the other survived. So the goal is to always try to have more than 3. If you can get 3 or more, you only have 2 buybacks or 2 rebuys on the guns. Teammates that survive can drop them, etc. It keeps the economy pretty clean. We're going to see an execute on here. Mitsu's actually going to hit a nice dink through the wood panel there and is able to take down the bomb and Giuliano. So this is good news for Melty, as Mitsu with the rifle is able to take one of the first challenges. But Mimi's going to respond onto Svelty. Flash is going to come over the top. And Mimi's going to get another one before she goes down. So again, the FAMAS is actually here. This is a very good situation to be in, considering the buy. And we do have Julia flanking. And Julia's going to be able to get one and do a dink on a Vilga. Vilga is going to be the last one. Julia with a very quick peek. A nice headshot on a Vilga. She will pick up the AK. And the economy game, despite that really weird buy, 2 straight rounds, the CTs are actually able to make it work on the second. And pretty fortunate that the first player to take contact was the player with the FAMAS, not a player long distance with the CZ. So 14-8 now the score. Melty's going to have a pretty impressive comeback here, as we saw that they were able to take an eco round, 2 gun rounds, well, 2 kind of half buys or save rounds after anti-eco rounds. But since then has struggled a little bit on these gun rounds. And the economy for the T's allows for a pretty heavy buy here. We see all players with AKs, all armor, a bunch of grenades, and it looks like this might be an execute towards A. See a lot of smokes raining over the top. 2 players coming up from the ramp, 2 players coming up from the connector, 1 player up from the palace. Smoke and Jungle is going to hold the rotate from the CTs. And Svelty and Giuliano are shoulder to shoulder, but they don't know it through this wall. That flash is going to go in, but it's not going to be super effective. Svelty's sitting there waiting for Giuliano to peek, and we'll get that first kill. Mitsu and Torka are sitting here on the other side of the smoke, and just as I say that, Torka jumps up on the ticket booth box to try to get a good look into the site and gets taken down by Vilga. Meanwhile, Saku responds to with a frag from the op onto Vilga. It's now 3v4 post-plant. Positionally, it's not the best, so we're going to see 1 player in Palace. And that 1 player will be the last player in Palace. It's Mimi. Saku was able to kill Kitty Cat, who was on the ramp. The bomb wasn't really planted in a spot particularly well for somebody. Actually, no, it's a little bit further out than I thought. So not too bad from a positional standpoint to get a good angle on the bomb. But there was 3 players left, and I think the other one was at Sandwich. And once you get stuck in Sandwich, you have to pray they don't clear it, because it's a very, very hard position to get more than a single kill in. Tends to be a one-and-done spot. So we will see a 9th round win come out for Melty. They do have a nice, healthy buy here in the economy. Please, no lag. Okay, lag is gone. And we do see 4 AKs and just a pistol on the T's. So pretty close to a full gun round both sides. Kitty Cat with that pistol is actually going to go do what she's done all half, where she goes very quickly to B, tries to bait out nades early, gets a quick spot, see if there's anyone jumping up or pushing halls. And she tends to kind of lurk this position, and this is exactly what she's doing here. Just take a quick look over to McLaren, who's going to throw a flashbang and a grenade. That grenade's going to do a ton of damage on Svelty, and Svelty will go down. And Vilga's going to get a 2nd kill, and so now just like that, and Giuliano's going to hit a nice headshot from Catwalk up into the platform. Saku was actually there with the op. And so just like that, 3 clean kills. Vilga's, oh jeez, Vilga's just toying with Mitsu there. She saw the flashbang, she saw how blind she was. She ran full speed and put the barrel on the other end, put the player's face on the other end of her barrel before she fired. That's what you see a lot in silver level play. I think Mimi ended up with the last kill in the round, but 4 very clean entries. There was not a single response from Melty on that round. Match point now for Games4u. Again, this is a best-of-3 series. It is a 1-0 lead for Melty so far in the series, and we are going to likely see a 3rd map here. Vilga's going to open up with the first kill on Amitsu, who is pushing into A Palace. Only a handful of pistols and a scout remaining on the round for the CTs. We do see 2 of them at A and 2 of them at B. Svelty's going to go down at B. Saku's going to go down at A. And Julia is the last player remaining. Giuliano will kill her. And it's the map. 16-9 the score. An impressive performance, especially that CT side coming out for Games4u. And I am being told Dust 2 is the decider. So we should see the server switch over to Dust 2. That is original Dust, not Dust 2. There should be 2 here. If they're playing on original Dust, we're going to have a blast. So with that, I think it's really going to original Dust. Yep, that is original Dust. I'm sure they'll get that corrected here in a second. I'm going to switch my focus over to the chat. And wow, viewership has increased steadily. And as with it, so has the chat. So, which is good news. My voice is soothing. That's good. Sometimes I read bedtime stories, but I read them to myself, and it helps me fall asleep. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, I didn't see if there were haters, but if there are haters, I know that they're out there. Just let them be. He has no clue. Interesting. I would hope that I have a clue, considering that I get paid to play this game. But we're just going to leave that one be. This caster is effing great. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's good matches we've had so far. I'm sure the server will reconnect here. There's usually a delay for GO.TV, so I'm just going to read a little bit more chat, interact with you guys, then I'll probably put on some hold music and maybe check some of the Steam messages that I was being spammed with during that second match and take it from there. Spray with A1 is easy, so most people don't practice it. At a high level, people definitely practice with it, but it certainly has a lot less recoil. I'm with you there. All right, waiting for the broadcast, and it looked like it did switch map. So, again, I'm just going to try to get caught up on chat, interact with you guys a little bit more, probably put on some hold music, and then we'll get started as the players join in. Gotta go with Professor X here, Bot Xavier. Yeah, looks like you guys are having a pretty good conversation throughout that match. Cool. Pretty chill caster. Appreciate that. Any feedback you guys have, good, bad, insulting, offensive, feel free to share. I appreciate all the feedback. And with that said, I'm going to mute out for 1 second, see if I can get myself something to drink. And we'll put on some hold music, and then I'll be back. Alright folks, don't go anywhere. I've been told I should stop the stream to separate the maps for the VOD. So I'm going to restart the stream. It will literally be about 2 or 3 seconds.